Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, just a little quick video. I don't think it'll be a very long one, but we've got Ash over in his Evo 10. There he is. It's going to change the brake pads in his car. So he's just picked up some Intima brake pads, which I'll show you guys. Intima SR.
Thanks to Alan for recommending them. Thanks
Alan at AK Racing, as always. So yeah, here's the rear. And first thing we noticed when Ash came over, the front actually says Subaru. So we thought maybe he'd bought the wrong ones, but called Alan, and apparently this model of Subaru and Evo 10 have the same Brembos, so the same pads. So there you go. So yeah, so far we've just got one side of the car up in the air, just taking the wheel off, and yeah, just gonna pop the pin out. So we might just do this side first, and then we'll show you guys the process to do the other side. Alright guys, so as you can see, this side of the car back down on the ground. So we've done front and rear on this driver's side here. So yeah, pretty easy. Coming back over to this side now, what we're going to do. So what you need, a couple of stands, your jack. In my case, because of my flooring, piece of plywood to put down under the jack because it's kind of wrecking my floor tiles. So I've got the pads laid out where they'll be needed. Definitely make sure you crack the wheel nuts first before you lift the car in the air to make it a bit easier for yourself. And then the tools we're basically using, this is just off my basic tools that I have here. An old hammer that luckily I didn't throw out because it was rusty, but I was going to. Using this to push the pistons in once we get the pads out. And yeah, we're using this to tap the pins that hold the brake pads in. So basically, yeah, now we'll put the car up in the air, get both the wheels off, and then we'll actually show you the process to pull the old pads out and put the new ones in. Right, so with the wheel off, first thing you need to do is you've got these two pins here. So as you can see, they are holding everything together, so we need to tap those out. So there's definitely better tools to use, but just screwdriver and a hammer.
She's a bit tight.
So yeah,
you can usually push down on the plate, and you can usually wriggle the pin out. So it's going to make a fool of me. There she comes. So that's the pin. So you've got like a little retaining, I guess you could call it spacer there. It's like a crimp washer, and when you push it in, it compresses and keeps tension on the inside of the hole on the back, so the pin doesn't fall out. Plus you've got the tension of the plate pushing on the pin too, so also won't fall out. With the you can easily take the plate straight out with the top pin off. That way it'll give you a bit more. Well, the bottom pin will already be loose, so it's just a matter of pushing it out. Probably one tap, and that's out. And then your brake pads, if the pistons are still compressed, you can use your hands, and sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll be able to push the piston back in a little bit more. There we go. And that's the brake shim plate. So as you can see, they are in need of replacing. So I was actually pretty close to hitting the wear marker. So what this little tab here does is when your brake pad wears to this point, this will start rubbing on your rotor and make a squealing noise, which is telling you change them right now. So mine, as you can see, is pretty close to there.
Yeah, compare the old to the new. You can see how much meat there is compared. So yeah, they definitely need to be replaced.
And with the chunkier pads, your brake point, your pedal, you won't be able to push it down a lot. It'll be right at the top now, very touchy, because obviously the pads, when the pistons move, it has less travel to clamp on the brake disc. And there's the other ones, and again, yeah,
Nothing on that.
Nothing left. Been doing a bit of heavy driving. So, an easy way, if you were going to be doing your rotor at the same time, once you pretty much got to this point, there'll be two 17mm bolts that hold the caliper onto the hub. And you can just undo those two, bring the caliper up. Usually you put a hook on your shock coil, and then you can hook it on there, leave it out of the way, and then this rotor should just pretty much pull straight off. So yeah, when you've got to this point, now we've got to push the piston. So obviously you've got quad piston. So you just get something in there. Yes, this isn't the right tool for the job, but it will suffice.
Yeah, I don't exactly have the best tools in my house.
If only we had those V8 supercar clamps where you just stick them in and squeeze in it. Quick brake change in like 30 seconds. So yeah, you can actually hold one of the pistons in and squeeze it while you push the other one, because what happens if you squeeze this side, that piston will move forward. So just hold it and then squeeze. Yep.
So I'll show you guys on the inside one here. So kind of hard to get the camera in there. You can see the two pistons there. So you've got one at the top, one at the bottom. So you need those to be pushed in out of the way to be able to get your new brake pad in there, basically. So yeah, we're just using, as you can see, a T-tool, and
just to get it in there, a bit of leverage, and
well, yeah, as long as you have that enough out of the way so that you can then slide your new pad in. But obviously, yeah, a little bit of fiddling around to get that to sit nicely.
That should have done it. So these pads, sometimes the pads will have indicators on them. On these old ones there, they have a little directional arrow. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty much worn, but it was pointing that way. So that's the way forward travel. So this one would have been on the inside because the rotor will be turning that way while driving. These are bi-directional, so it means they can go either way. Plus they got a channel cut in there, which just helps clean the pad, or clean both the disc and the pad. So if you get a little rock or anything in there, usually will get caught in this channel and then just fall out. That's a similar principle that they do when you cross drill your rotors. So those are just cleaning channels, also help with cooling as well.
And also when you put this in, make sure you put it the right way, like that.
Yes,
so,
do not put this side to your rotor. That'll be very bad.
Yep, which people do.
So yeah, you can pretty much just slide her in there. So these already have the shims glued. Sometimes you'll get them with the shims like half on, and you have to like sit them on, then put them in. But these ones, thankfully, already glued onto the pad. So this one might need a little bit more persuasion on the piston. Just close, that one's good. It's just that bottom one needs a little bit more persuasion. There we go. There she goes.
So there's both pads in.
And now it's pretty much reverse of what you did first. So grab one of the pins, stick her through. And just give her a bit of a tap from the back. Whoop, if it's gonna let me. Yeah, that should do it for now. That'll set it in there. Then you can grab your plate. Make sure you try and get it sitting right in the middle. So yeah, she's pretty much started in that, and now it's just a matter of getting behind and tapping them all the way through. Oh, if I can get in here. Oh, nearly.
A bit more.
It would actually help if the wheel was turned. Nearly. There she comes. Now the pin's right out.
So yeah, you want it actually coming through.
So mainly it gets tight at that point because that's where that crimp spacer is. There we go. Yep. And that there is your front pads changed.
So yeah, sweet, pretty easy. Now just still need to bed them in obviously, but
So now we'll do the back ones.
yeah, so bed the back ones, put the wheels back on, torque them, and then we'll go for a drive and bed them in. Yeah, so as you can see, car back on the ground. So rears are now done, wheels are back on, torque to spec. So what we need to do now is just chuck these couple of tools away, reverse the car out. We're going to go out to a road with a high speed limit, and we're going to, I think it's about 100 k's to 60 k's an hour. Heavy braking about, was it 4 times?
5 times in a row.
5 times in a row.
Then we wait about 15 minutes until the brakes cool down and then do it again.
Yep, and that should be it. Then
beds them in.
good to go. So yeah, I may as well film a bit of that process too. But yeah, so we'll head off and do that. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I know it's nothing crazy exciting fitting apart or any crazy driving or anything, but it's a helpful video to have out there for anyone who wants to do their own pads at home. But yeah, so pick the camera back up once we're out bedding the pads in. Alright guys, so we are now about to start bedding the brakes in. So we just hit this road. So yeah, Ash is going to hit like 100-ish and then hard brake to 60 and do that, yeah, the 5 times. So there we go, that's 1. Good 5.
Yep.
Brakes definitely feel good. So yeah, that's 5 of those done now. I think we need to wait, park car, wait 15 minutes.
We're going to go to the pie shop and get a pie and then we'll come back.
Yep, do it the other way. Right guys, so basically we're back home. I forgot to film an outro for bedding in the brakes we finished doing when we're out. But yeah, so now we're moving on to the next thing we're doing today, which isn't a video, but we're installing the Speed Circuit automatic Super Sport module. So yeah, so the car will start up in Super Sport straight away. I'm not going to make a video on this one, but yeah, since I forgot to end the last video, I thought I'd just let you guys know that. But yes, anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully the video is helpful. Thanks to Ash for donating the car and showing us how to do it. And yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe for plenty more videos like this to come. But with all that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.